Good morning, everyone. My name is Dory, and I want to welcome you to this chair recovery yoga session. So today we'll do some movements in the chair. This is no different from the yoga maybe you've seen elsewhere, maybe you've participated in, except that we'll be doing all the movements in the chair today. So if you're new to yoga, just keep in mind that you are free to choose whatever movements feel good in your body. If something feels like it's being held too long, or it's just a shape that is not comfortable for you, you're invited to just sit in the chair and join back in when something feels like it will work for you. So there's no problem there. You are completely in charge of how much and how you participate today. So if you like, you can remove your shoes, which just allows your feet to find a little more movement, or keep them on. Either way is fine. And again, just find the parts of this practice that bring you ease, that bring some movement and flexibility into your body, and don't worry about anything else. Good. So I want us to think about starting out today in the chair, either coming back far enough or forward far enough to get our feet flat on the floor with a little space between the legs. And just to feel that connection, just press down lightly on your feet and notice what sensation that brings into your body. Maybe you feel that in your low back or in your thighs. And just take a nice full breath in here and exhale it out. Good. Check into your shoulders and see if you can feel your shoulders aligning over your hips so that you have a straight but not a tight back. So notice if you're kind of slumping with the shoulders back or maybe hunching over, and just see if you can find that middle position where the shoulders are over the hips and the spine is mostly upright but relaxed. Hands and arms can be whatever position feels comfortable for you. And then the chin coming down a little bit and the eyes coming down towards the floor or closing. So just finding that shape for your body. And now slowly beginning to bring your attention to your breath. Just your natural breath. And perhaps noticing as you inhale, there's an expansion in the lungs, in the chest. Maybe you even feel that in your back. And on the exhale, there's a contraction or a pulling back to the center of the body. And you might also notice the rhythm of your breath and the texture of the breath. Maybe it's short and shallow this morning, or maybe it's slow and deep. And just discovering however your breath feels this morning. I will take about 10 more breaths here, full breaths. As you exhale, imagine that your cares, concerns, and worries are leaving with the breath. And as you inhale, that sense of trying things out, inviting in movement and flexibility, and just a sense of curiosity about how you might feel at the end of this session. And a few more inhales, a few more exhales. Feeling your feet on the ground. And then next time you exhale, let your eyes lift up or open. And take a nice full breath in and let it go completely. So let's start the movement part by just bringing the arms down at the sides and just rotating through the fingers and the thumbs, opening and closing, turning through the wrists and loosening there. So this next little part will go through some ways to loosen up the major joints, and then beginning to circle through the elbows. Easy and relaxed. There's no need to really accomplish, and going the other way, accomplish anything in these movements. We're just exploring them, moving the body, and noticing how it makes us feel. Good. Bringing the arms back down again to the side. And now let's invite that movement up into the shoulders, arms at the sides, and drawing the shoulders up towards the ears as we inhale, as we exhale, letting them glide down the back. And going at your own pace and doing this a few times. Noticing as you draw the shoulders up, what's the distance there traveled, and as you release them down your back, is there even just a little more distance between shoulders and ears that you might find here, without pushing or forcing anything? Good. Beautiful. And coming back with the arms at the sides. This time we're going to inhale and bring the arms out to the sides and make any adjustment you need here. If you need a little more space around you to bring your arms out to wingspan. The palms are facing forward and the fingers are extending out into the space at either side of you. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, bring the fingertips onto the shoulders, letting it go. Take another breath in here. And this time as you exhale, draw the elbows towards each other. They may touch or they may not. And then as you inhale, draw them apart. And as you exhale, draw them together. Doing this a few more times. Noticing where the stretch is in your body. Next time you draw the shoulders towards each other, release your breath and let the arms come down to your sides again. Full breath in and let it go completely. Good. So once again, as we inhale, we're going to bring the arms out, stretch them out side to side directly from the shoulders. Let the breath go here. And then inhale, turn the palms up and bring the palms together overhead. Stretching through the sides of the body, exhale, bring it down the center. And then circle through, going at your own pace. Inhaling, circling the arms up, touching, exhaling, drawing down. 2 or 3 more times here, according to how you feel. You can always take a rest. Next time your palms touch and you exhale, bring them down. We'll reverse this motion, keeping the palms together. Inhale, stretch them up overhead. Exhale, separate the hands and bring the arms down to the sides. And a couple more times with that direction. Inhale. Bring them up, exhale, bring them down. Noticing how the shoulder has all these wonderful ways of moving and flexing. And noting we can always take a rest if it feels like a little bit too much energy coming into the shoulders. Coming back to center and letting the breath settle. And releasing your arms down at your side and give them a little shake or a roll through the shoulders if that feels good to you. Good. So we'll start to move down into the torso now. Starting out with exhale, bring one arm down as you bend over to the right. Inhale, sweep the arm up. Exhale, other arms come down as you bend to the left. Inhaling through center. Exhale. Feeling the space in the side of the body as you go side to side. Next time you come through center and both arms are up overhead, the palms facing each other, draw a breath in, and this time as you exhale, turn to the right and let the right arm come behind your chair and the left arm come to the outside of the right knee. Finding a twist, chin comes down. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn the other way. This time the left arm goes behind the chair and the right arm goes to the outside of the knee. No need to yank your head around. Just let the head and neck be loose here. And trying this one more time each side. Inhaling and exhaling, turning back to the left, release and come back to your chair. Good. So take a pause, taking a little body scan and noticing if you feel any sense of warmth or maybe jangly feelings in the body. Little pins and needles perhaps. Those are all just aspects of more circulation starting to be generated through the body. And let your breath settle. Good. This time we're going to come forward in the chair towards the edge of the chair. The feet are still going to be firmly on the ground. And we'll start to just circle from the waist. So the breath can just be natural here. We're starting to find circular motion, loosening into the hips. Notice if you have a tendency to speed up and just keep it slow, keep it moderate. Next time you come back upright, switch directions and circle. Maybe you're leaning back a little as you come upright, coming forward, hovering over your knees. And then come back to your seat and find your balance once again in the seat. Taking a breath in and exhaling it out. Good. Bringing the hands to the side of the seat for grounding, for balance, we're going to stretch the right foot out, straight out from the knee, and begin to circle through the ankle. Oh, you might get some pops and cracks there like I just did. And work the toes. And just liven up your right leg. You might feel that the working in your thigh as it supports your leg, holding it in the air. And then bring the right foot down, come to the left, same thing. Working through the ankle, the toes, and feeling the engagement of your thigh muscles. Beautiful. Breath is moving at its own pace. Good, and then bring that leg back down. We're going to scoot over to the left edge of the chair, and we're going to turn with the left foot and bring it out to the side. So more or less a right angle here so that the knee is over the ankle. And then a choice here, we're going to keep the right leg either straight in front of us, or if it works in your body, we're going to shift that leg back and place the outside of our foot firmly on the floor, keeping the torso upright as best we can. So option 1 like this, option 2 like this. And then we're going to turn towards the front with our torso. Take a breath in and bring our arms out from the shoulders with the left arm over the left knee and the right arm in back. And then turn your head if it works for you. You can keep it here if this feels more comfortable. And peer out over your left fingertips. And breathe here. 1, 2, or 3 breaths. When you exhale, bend that left arm and bring that forearm down onto your left thigh. Palm is up, and then shift your right arm straight up from the shoulder. You can look up at that arm, or you can look down at your foot. And breathe, feeling the side stretch. Beautiful. On your next inhale, let the right arm come down as you lift your body up, and let the left arm come up from the shoulder this time, looking up at the fingertips or down at your left foot. And take 1, 2, or 3 breaths here. And next time you exhale, bring the left arm down. Shift your right leg. Bring the left back to center. And we're back in our chair. Feeling the 2 sides of the body. Noticing if there's any difference. Nice. So before we go to the other side, we're going to walk our feet apart a little. We're still towards the edge of our chair. Take a breath in, opening across your shoulders. And as you exhale, fold forward, either halfway here with a flat back, or all the way over, if that is okay for you. Don't do this if you have high blood pressure or dizziness. Stay only at the halfway point. Beautiful. Take a few resting breaths here. If you are in the over position, nod your head, turn it side to side gently, loosen up anything that got tight. And breathing. So we're in an inversion. The head is below the heart. Anytime we are in an inversion, we want to inhale and take our time coming up. You can actually walk your hands up your lower legs. Take your time so that we give the circulation a chance to come back to its usual flow. And come back upright. Walk the legs together. Taking a full breath in and releasing it slowly. Good. So we'll come over to the other side now. This time the left leg is in front. The right is going to open to the side, and we're more or less sitting on the corner of the chair. Good. So again, same thing applies. Option 1 here. Option 2, we're stretching the leg back. Option 2, we're stretching the leg back. Outside of the foot is pressing into the floor. The upper body is upright as best we can. And the right knee is over the right ankle. And then inhaling, opening the arms away from each other, torso is towards the front of our chair. And looking out over our right fingertips this time, or straight ahead. Breathing. And then on your exhale, the right forearm comes down onto the right thigh, palm is up, and the left reaches up from the shoulder. Now, if this feels like too much for your shoulder, you can always bring it here. Similar benefit. If you like the arm stretching up, go ahead and do that. You can bring your sight upright to find your thumb, or keep it down at your foot. 1, 2, or 3 breaths here. And then we'll make that shift again. Left arm goes down the back leg, the torso lifts, the right arm comes up. And finding that extension in the other side of the body. Breathing. Next time you exhale, lower the right arm, bring the legs back to center.
And we're back where we started. Good. So let's come up to our feet. And we'll do just a couple of poses here, standing. So you can come behind your chair. I'm turning sideways just so you can see what I'm doing. But if you find the back of a chair, that will be very helpful. So we'll do a balance pose here. We're going to use the chair. So the chair is part of the pose. The main support here are your legs and your feet and your chair. So finding our hip distance, right? The legs have little space as if they're dropping straight down from your hips. And our upper chest is a little bit lifted, but not tight, shoulders relaxed. We're going to shift our weight over to the left leg. So get nice and strong there in the left leg. And we'll come up on the toe of the right leg. So just resting on the toe. And then we're going to just swing open the door here a little bit, letting that knee rotate out to the right. So this is tree pose. It can take several forms. The right heel can just rest against the left leg, lifting up through the body, holding our chair. It can come up on the shin. So we're supporting ourselves with our strong left leg, or if you like, it can come up on the thigh. That's the more effort in the pose. And then from here, if you feel balanced here and steady, you can bring your hands off the chair or go back and forth, whatever works for you. Maybe one hand comes up, maybe both do, maybe none do. Again, the volume dial. Dial it up or dial it down. Breathing. Keep breathing. And if you fall out like I just did, just come back. Not a problem. Keeping your eyes as steady as you can. And then as you're ready, release back to your two legs. And release whatever feelings that brought to your body. Good. So we're training our nervous system here. That's what this is all about. Training our nervous system that when we challenge it, we know how to release. We know how to come back to that calm and steady state. Good. So coming to the other leg now, we're going to shift the weight onto the right and come up on the toe of the left. And then choose whatever works on this side. First, swinging open the knee and finding where's the flexibility in my hip. How does that feel today? One side could be tighter than the other. We never want to force it. We're just finding a comfortable position and then bringing the foot onto the shin, leaving it, the heel resting on the ankle or lower shin, or perhaps bringing it up into the high position if you've done this pose before. Good. We've got our chair for stability. And then one hand releases maybe. Maybe you stay with the chair. Maybe two hands. Maybe you come up. Good. Finding what works for you. Holding the gaze steady. And keep breathing. Good. And when you're ready, if you're still in the pose, come back to your 2 feet. Nice. Good. All right. We're going to come back to our chair and do one linked sequence of poses, and then we'll come into, everything's wet. We'll come into our final part of the class. So again, finding your seat, feel your feet on the floor. Maybe roll through your shoulders if there's any tightness there, move your head around. Just notice what feels right for you. We're going to come forward a little bit and create a little space here. And then we're going to inhale and bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, turn the palms away from each other and sweep the arms around behind us so that they land behind our hips and the fingers weave together. Let your breath go here. Inhale, arch the back, let the fingers come down towards your chair seat. And exhale, release your hands and come forward, either halfway or all the way. From here, bring your right hand down in between your feet and land it on the ground. And then we're going to sweep the left arm up, coming into a twist as we inhale. And as we exhale, bring it down, switch. Now the left hand's in between our feet, and we're going to sweep the right arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, pressing into your feet and roll your belly towards your spine. Bring the arms up overhead. Make yourself tall here. And exhale, bring your hands down. Good, we'll try that one more time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, turn the palms away and bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, release your arms and come forward, half fold or all the way over. Bring the right hand into the center. Inhale, sweep the left arm up, make your spine long here. Exhale, bring it down. Switch. Inhale, bring the right arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Press into your feet. Bring the arms out wide. Strengthen your belly towards your spine. Arms reach up overhead and the palms meet. Exhale, hands come to your heart. And release your arms. One more pose and then we'll come into our rest. Coming forward in our chair, lift the right leg and just cross the ankle and place it on top of the left knee. Now, you might feel a good stretch right here. Just stay right here if that feels like a good stretch. If you want a little more sensation, you're going to inhale, open across the chest and just come forward until you feel whatever it is you feel and wherever it is you feel it. Let's call it a stretch. This is for the hips. The hips are the zone where we often hold a lot of tension. And also the place that connects the upper and lower body. So come upright if you came into the fold, release that leg down. And then same thing, other side. One side may be different from the other. So again, choose this position if this feels right for you. Some of you are skipping this pose, that's totally fine. And if you want to increase a little bit, you can bring yourself forward. It's good if this foot is flexed with the toes lifted. And next time you breathe out, let that foot come down, back to the floor. Good. So let's get comfortable here, as comfortable as we can in our chairs. Options are come forward in your chair and just lean back. So it's a little bit of a slouch. You're not supposed to do this in school, right? But for our purposes, it's fine. I'm just finding where you're comfortable. Maybe your legs can walk forward a little bit. Your seat and your top of your thighs resting right there on your chair. Bottoms of the feet touching the floor. And let your chin come down and your eyes gaze down in front of you, or your eyes can close. And again, drawing your attention into your breath again. And now we'll just simply move through the body. Just follow along with your attention, beginning with bringing your attention to the feet and the toes, letting them rest against the floor, to the ankles, release any tension there, the lower legs, both knees, feeling any holding there in the back of the knees. Let the thighs rest. Your hips being supported by the chair. And now coming to the back of your body, feel the length of your spine, shoulder blades, letting them be held by the back of your chair. The back of your neck is soft, back of your head, and the top of your head. Your forehead, smooth and resting. Facial muscles relaxed. Your jaws, front of your neck, shoulders. Imagine that your exhaling breath is like a soft, warm brush, brushing down your arms, elbows, wrists, hands, fingers, and thumbs. Down the front of your body, all the way back to your seat, and down your legs to your feet and toes. I'll just pause here for another minute, feeling the breath like a warm brush, releasing all tension from your body. Letting your thoughts relax and just mix with the breath. And take 3 more breaths here. And then if your eyes close, let them open again. Or just lift your sight, taking in the room around you. Maybe you'd like to take a gentle yawn or stretch here. Move your feet or your ankles, fingers, thumbs. And come back into your chair. Thank you so much for coming today. Great to see you. Thanks for trying out yoga. Thanks. Great to see everybody. Be well, have a great day, stay warm.